Teachings of the Kingdom of Heaven. Part 1. 5 Phases of the Liberator. Section 1. The name Yeshua. Rabbi Michael-ben-Pesach, Portnaar. I'm going to tell you things you won't hear or read anywhere else. There is no rabbi in this world that has received this information because only now it is the right time to pass it on from above to the ones willing to listen and prepared to strive for their complete fulfillment. This is the right time because this is the moment when each one of us is standing on the threshold of the complete liberation. The ultimate ending will be there very soon. To me is given the eternal teaching about the kingdom of heaven. This teaching is a structural part of the general teaching. It is part of the process to liberate the human being of his evil habit. Death will no longer exist, and we will achieve the eternal existence to the creating thought of the Creator. All of this is part of the true teaching of the Lurianic Kabbalah. There is no interest in me why it is given to me and not to others. I open myself because I'm the one who needs this lot. A person always has to be prepared to say, Hineni, here I am. Take advantage of me because I'm prepared to fulfill what has to be fulfilled. That's why I say, once again, there is no one here on earth, no spiritual leader, clergyman, rabbi, minister, priest, or guru who knows or did know or feel or felt this. If a pope heard about this, he would be immensely happy. If Moshe could hear this, he would rise from his grave, from the unknown place where he's buried. The very Shimon bar Yochai, the author of the holy book Zohar, also would be immensely happy if he heard what I'm going to tell you. He would scream, "At last, I didn't write the Zohar for nothing." And the last teacher I had, Ari, would be very relieved and say, "Finally, there's someone who understands me." Without false or so-called modesty, I can say this because all the wisdom I receive isn't from me. I pass on what is given to me. It is for you to use in your daily work, to practice it in your daily work. In early days, one was not ready, but now the time is right. It is written. And the whole world will know that you are Hashem. The reason for all the learning you do is to achieve your salvation. I have made a drawing. It's a drawing every wise person from the past had dreamt about, from the patriarch of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov until now. Each person who wants to come to his wholeness has this dream, otherwise he wouldn't strive for happiness. Everything is in conformity with his creating thought. This is what I want to emphasize, so you will read with full attention and with the right intention. The most important thing is, don't struggle. No, there will be no comprehension after one time reading. You will go forward gradually, everything in conformity with your personal comprehension. With great satisfaction, I show you the solution of the spiritual puzzle. The time was and is pressing to come to the solution of this spiritual puzzle, otherwise, how can we come to a full connection with the Creator? I have done in my life things that were impossible and possible only to come to the experience of what we call life and to receive salvation. And I have received. Already in this first lesson you can see it. Look with the utmost attention to the next drawing, and later I will explain to you. I will explain it to you. The drawing depicts the middle Ein Sof, the middle line. On the right, in Yeshua, is his Father embedded. And on the left, the testimony of Yeshua. Please refer to the written material and carefully examine this drawing, and we shall continue. You can't understand right away what I have drawn for you. Keep this drawing in your memory, and look now and then to it. It's a drawing considering the receiving of the light, as well in the common as in the special, given to the human being till the end of the fulfillment of the creation. It's the first time ever such a drawing has been made. I want to stress out the importance of this drawing, therefore look carefully at it. First, I want to say a few words. During the lessons, I received questions of my students about how is it possible that Yeshua from Nazareth came later than Moshe, in chronological order. You see, the name of Yeshua written in his original language, it's very important to see names and some words in the holy language, the Hebrew, because the truth lies within the holy letters. I will make use of the true names, and I want to qualify their meaning. First, a few words about the name Yeshua from Nazareth. In Christianity, the name Jesus is valid and comes from the Greek translation of the Septuagint. First, there was the Latin translation, and later all other languages followed. The Old Greek language didn't have sibilants, for example, sh. Therefore, they replaced the sh sibilant into the s. You can recognize a Greek word because a Greek word ends with os. And later on, the Roman made of os, us. So his name became Jesus. The New Testament is written in the Greek language. That's why all other nations said Jesus instead of Yeshua. Because the name Jesus came in existence, the original intrinsic strength of the name Yeshua was lost. One used and still uses the thought of his name as a saving strength. This thought came from them who weren't Jews. Jewish people named him Yosha. This name isn't correct either. In the Hebrew alphabet, we have vowels reflected in dots, nekuda. Beneath the letter shin, there is the vowel named kibbutz. Again, the vowel named kibbutz. And when you see these three dots in this order, know it is the vowel u. And this is a very deep secret. His name was Yosha in the period when there was no revealing of Yeshua, or there was no one to whom could be revealed as Yeshua. Why? In a way, this sound of U isn't a letter, only a nekuda, a vowel. As you know, only the consonants are used in the holy language, with the meaning of carriers or kilim that are in conformity with the universal strengths. There is a great mystery in this holy name, Yeshua. When this name is concealed, one sees his name without the letter Vav. One only sees the nekuda, kibbutz. That's why one read this name as Yosha. Only when Yeshua reveals himself to a human being, he has the letter Vav. This letter Vav shows a condition considering a zivug, interaction in the high light. But later I will tell you a lot more. Moreover, the Jewish people saw and see the name Yeshua as the founder of the Christian religion. But Yeshua didn't do anything considering this. It is a historic event without any involvement of Yeshua. There is an inexplicable hate within the soul of many Jewish people considering the Jew Yeshua. In a way, the name Yosha is a nickname or a pet name of the name Yeshua. Maybe his mother used this name when he was a little child, but by making use of a pet name, one sees himself still as someone who's small. His correct name is Yeshua. Therefore, from now on, I only use Yeshua, because this is his true name, Yeshua. Some Jewish people call him Yoshki. At the end of this word, they added Ke. It seems as a pet name, but in truth it is something as a joke. And we don't do this. Whether you're a Jew or not, all of you will learn from this book the real meaning of the name Yeshua. For them who are interested to come to fulfillment, I show them it isn't possible to come to fulfillment without this name Yeshua. From now, this is enough. For now, this is enough about the name Yeshua. Especially in Christian religion, it is a tradition to make use of capitals when one pronounces in relation with the name Yeshua. I don't do this. When I speak about him, I don't write his name with a capital. On the contrary to Christians, for them the name Yeshua is as God. But you have to come to the understanding and knowing this name Yeshua is the highest Keter within the human souls. The Sphira Keter, even the highest Keter, belongs to both, to the Creator and to the creation. Both components are within. The Nitzutz, spark of the Creator, and the Nitzutz, spark of the Nivra, creation. And when I use the word combination of the high Keter, I use the capital in the word Keter to distinguish between the high Keter with the lower Keter of the souls. There is a Hebrew saying, Yesh mi yesh, the existing from the existing. And when I talk about this, of course, I will use a capital. For example, the name Hashem, Avaya, Elohim, the high light, etc. As I have said before, the meaning of the name Yeshua is liberation, salvation. Within this holy name lies the strength of salvation of the high Keter. There is absolutely no aviyut in the high Keter. But in the second chapter, teachings of the kingdom of heaven, that deals with the sayings of Yeshua towards the people, you can see the pronouns indicating Yeshua. I do begin with a capital letter. That is, when I refer of Yeshua, then I write him or his, etc. Because Yeshua is the highest Keter of the human souls. And also because Yeshua is his only Son. I begin there all references also to the name Yeshua with a capital letter. Warning. Within all lessons, ebooks, explanations, and what I offer and will offer in the near future to my students and readers at 2 of our websites, remember this, I never speak a word about physical nations, people, religions, groups, and persons, etc. When I use words as Jew, Christian, Moshe, the Pope, a Rabbi, a Guru, and even Yeshua, I only mean the corresponding spiritual conditions, because everything is within one being. This material world isn't the subject of the Lurian Kabbalah. I only keep myself busy with the high spiritual roots of this world. All my students know and understand this principle, but you, dear reader, have to learn this. To make no longer any associative imagines with our behind my words, with or behind my words, you need a lot of effort. You have to put this deep in your heart. I never speak about a human being of flesh and blood, about groups or institutions of this world. Liberate yourself of whatever associative imagination you have. From my side, there won't be any reaction about questions considering this subject. I go deeper. I don't take any responsibility for a wrong interpretation of spiritual concepts, phenomena, and processes you can come across in the ebooks and lessons. Therefore, once again, all the words I speak aren't about our world.